I'm John with Robert Thomas Homes. Today we're going to take you through one of our mechanical rooms and go over some of the routine maintenance as well as springtime, fall time adjustments that need to happen. The reason we are now installing ERVs or energy recovery ventilation systems is because our homes are built so tightly nowadays that they don't have the air exchange through the walls and through wind blowing in and out of them. What this unit allows you to do is exchange the air from inside your home with fresh air from outside, keeping a better indoor air quality. There is some maintenance involved with this unit. The maintenance is actually written on the filter on the inside, but there are a couple of pre-filters to this unit that need to be removed every 3 months and cleaned. The directions for cleaning are written on here, as well as the energy core. The core is removed once a year and that needs to be cleaned as well. Keep in mind, for this specific unit, they do recommend no soaking in water or water used on the core specifically. You might find some dust, some spider webs, a couple of dead bugs in there, things that need to be cleaned out, especially in the springtime. There's 2 different types of water softener, some of them which will look like this 2-part system, some of them actually just one fully enclosed system. The nice thing about having a water softener installed by us is that we'll actually set it up for the correct hardness of the water in your area. All that it requires you to do is simply add salt as needed. Your media cabinet will have all of your low voltage wiring in it, Cat 5 for different areas of the house. Also next to this panel, in some of our homes, you'll find a security system. If you've selected that option, it is located right next to the media panel as well. As a tech tube, we include a tech tube with our system that is for satellite dish installation. If they put a satellite dish on the roof, it's nice to be able to have a direct shot with the wire down here to the mechanical room. Main thing to keep in mind for your furnace is filter replacement. And we want to make sure that you're replacing your filters every 30 days or once a month. This is the type of filter that we usually recommend. Your filter size as well as the airflow direction are usually labeled on those, and we have it conveniently located on your furnace as well. You'll find where the cool air returns into the furnace a flap that can be lifted up where your furnace filter can be slid out to be replaced. Furnace filter neglection is probably the leading cause of furnace issues, as well as no AC calls in the summertime. This is the time of year that we'll be starting up our AC units. It's important to make sure that you've got a fresh filter in there so that your AC will fire up and work great all summer long. It's important to go outside, make sure that there's no covers on your AC unit, make sure that there's no snow in and around your AC unit, and then make sure that the power is on to all different areas. To get a nice warm day outside, it's important to give your AC a try before we get into those real hot summer months. So your humidifier is controlled with the dial down here. We don't need to supplement the humidity in the home through the summer months. We'll just need it in the winter time. So it's usually in that October time frame that we come down here and we're turning it on to that middle setting and then adjusting accordingly, just depending on how many people are living in the home and the amount of cooking and cleaning, showering. Those things add humidity to your home as well. So you may need to supplement with this machine. Inside here is where the work is actually done. So you can see on the side here where there's a damper between summer and winter time. In the summertime, we're closing this damper down. We're not using the humidifier. We don't need that damper to be open. But in the wintertime, we want to make sure that it does get reopened. Inside here is the water pad then. The water pad is what the water will run through and be blown then into the air and spread throughout the house. This water pad should be replaced every spring, in my opinion. It's nice to get a fresh one in there, then you know going into the fall that the system's ready to go. In the event that you do have a leak in the home and you're not sure where it's coming from, these are the valves that you'll want to shut off. Here is one of the main water valves that you can shut off. That's for the main line, as well as another one up here. We've got a few of the exterior lines here, the first one being your irrigation system. The irrigation system is usually shut off in that October time frame and blown out from the outside to be sure that nothing freezes. In this specific home that has the water softener, one unsoftened water line that we supply for drinking water that goes to the kitchen, we split off everything in the main house to then be softened. So in your basement, you're going to find a sump pump. The sump pump looks like this, has a cover. The pump itself is actually submerged in the pit. The PVC pipe here is what it uses to pump water out of the home. You'll notice that it is a corded appliance, and because it's in the mechanical room, it has to be protected by a GFCI outlet. I find it is important to come down here and make sure that that outlet does not trip. We use a 50-gallon gas power vent water heater in our homes. You'll have 2 off switches for this unit that you use to shut the power off, one on the side as well as one down here on the bottom. This does have a vapor sensor on it that is supposed to smell for a gas leak. There is one shut-off valve over here on the incoming side. That's where the water will enter the water heater. And then over here where the hot water exits the water heater, we have a shut-off valve. But this shut-off valve is actually for your humidifier. Similar to your water tree will be your gas line tree over here. You can see each gas line is labeled for where it's headed, and then they all have valves that allow you to shut the gas line off and turn it back on. They all work in the same way, just like your water valves. Perpendicular to the line is off and parallel is turned on. If you suspect a gas leak in the home, this is where you're going to want to either shut the gas off or leave the home and call for help. Please keep in mind that if you have any questions or concerns or any service-related items in your mechanical room, you can reach out to us via our website on our customer care page. If you do have any emergency situations in your mechanical room, there are phone numbers located for the vendors throughout the mechanical room that you can use to contact them directly as well.